Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of the Federal State of Nigeria. When he returned from Lincoln, straight he came to the then Gold Coast, the present Ghana. But he actually advised Dr. Kwame Nkurumah to go to Lincoln University.
Oh, really?
Further his education.
Nnamdi Azikiwe,
So
Nigerian president there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So also happens to be one of his mentors. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe actually was here before struggling for Nigeria's independence. Yeah, so what actually took place in this ground in 1959?
So this is the meaning of Black Star?
The Black Star, yeah.
I never knew.
Hello, good people. Yeah, welcome back again to the channel. It's your boy Sunny Media. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Guys, I am taking you inside this beautiful park, inside Kwame Nkurumah Memorial Park. Guys, there are a lot of things we are going to learn, discuss inside this park. Guys, this park also includes a museum, a garden area, and the tombs of Nkurumah. Yes, Nkurumah and his wife Fatia Nkurumah. The museum houses Nkurumah's personal effects and publications, as well as pictures of his life. There are a lot of things we are going to learn.
So this is a reception of.
Okay, this is a reception.
Yeah, Kwame Nkurumah. Still. Yeah.
So here is a reception.
Here's a reception. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. This is nice. Yes. Okay, this is tickets area.
Please, my people, when you visit Kwaminat TV channel, please help me thank him very, very much, because he was the one that sponsored all this stuff. Even though he paid for it. He paid for it. Yes, we paid 25 cedis each. He paid for 3. Me and the other person and him, he paid 25 cedis each. Guys, please go to his channel and thank him for me. Oh my God, he has done a lot. He has been the one even taking care of us throughout my stay here in Accra. Please go to his channel and thank him so much. So if you're a foreigner, like if you're non-Ghanaian, you pay more. I think it's 30 cedis or 35 cedis. But Ghanaians paid 25 cedis. Yes, in case you don't know, now you know.
That was all the Omakaya.
During his time, Nkurumah used a 1957 Ocean Blue Cadillac 62 series as one of his presidential vehicles from 1957 until 1966. Nkurumah was influenced by his time in America, including his preference for American cars. This guy is very beautiful. He's still beautiful up to now, isn't it? I heard that this car was not parked here originally. Yeah, this was not the place they packed it originally. Like they packed it the other side of the museum. But during the time Nana Akufo-Addo, the current president of Ghana, 2024, came into power, that was when he built this gallery, like this side. Then they now transfer the car into this area. So I don't know if that information is right, is correct, but if not, you can correct us in the comment section. There are so many things you may not know about Kwame Nkurumah Memorial Park. So therefore, sit tight, take up your popcorn, start chewing it as you are watching this video. As I'm taking you inside the Memorial Park, guys, we are going to show you everything. There are a lot of things to explain.
Enjoy yourself by what is happening in there, What's man,
Where are you watching from?
So talk has started, isn't it?
Let's go.
Okay, there's someone going to talk, so we're going to use them. Let's go. Listen. So it said tour has started.
Okay, tour has started.
Yeah, so we are going to go with the tour because we are.
Yeah.
So
I think they were explaining to us more. So guys, we are at
one of my cousin who works here, but I haven't called him.
Okay.
Yeah. So. So which one is it? Are you the tour guide or? Do you know Mohammed?
Yeah, I know.
Where is he? Is he working to the call him? He's my cousin, but I thought I was going behind. But yeah. Call Mohammed for me.
This is the Kwame Nkurumah. Your mind.
So guys, meet Mohammed, the person that is going to tell us, explain to us in great details everything we need to know and see about Kwame Nkurumah Memorial Park. So meet Mohammed.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed.
I'm Sunny.
Oh, okay, nice meeting all of you.
Thank you very much, sir.
And this is the memorial park of our first president. Yeah, and the place eventually was established in 1991 just to honor the legacy of our first president, looking at the effort he has done for Ghana and also for the liberation of the entire African continent. So when he died, it took almost 20 years for Ghanaians to realize his contribution, hence this prestige honor being given to honor his memory. When he died, he was buried at 3 different places. And this place is the third and the final resting place. Yeah, so the places that we will be going to or we'll be talking about, we'll talk about the big bronze statue, the fountain, we'll talk about the mausoleum, the museum and its extension, and we'll end the tour at the Freedom Wall. During the colonial days, the British used to play polo on this ground. So it used to be their old polo grounds. Polo grounds where they were exercising their aristocracy. And at that time, blacks were not allowed to come to this place till when the independence was granted. Then he also chose this ground symbolically, stood here and made the first Ghana's independence speech. So that's why when he died and gone, 20 years later after his death, the same place has been converted to where his remains has been finally buried. So where we have the big bronze statue standing was the exact spot he stood and made the first Ghana's independence speech.
Okay, that place now.
Yes.
Oh.
So this is the first statue made for him when he died and gone. And the first one that he was portrayed in a southern tradition. His right hand and his forefinger stretching to a particular direction is now the slogan of his own political party, which is forward ever, backwards never.
Wow, wow. But this is interesting.
The water is supposed to be flowing through the horns, but because we have some issue, the water is not flowing. Yeah, so these are horn blowers, and the traditional horn blowers, they form part of the southern tradition in the southern part of Ghana. So when you go to the chief palace, they are the praise singers.
With their horns?
With the horns. So whenever there is a Durbar and the chief is about to appear in the public, then they herald and announce his coming. So they are also here announcing the legacy and the coming of our first president. But in a real life situation, horn blowers don't kneel down. They need to be stood up, barefooted, and traditionally they take the lead. But seeing them in this state is just a reference.
Wow.
However, water represents the internal life. Though he's dead, we still believe he's still alive. That's why the young pioneers from his own political party said Nkrumah never dies, because his deed, his legacy still lives on. So over here, it is an internal homage that they are paying to Dr. Kwame
Nkurumah.
And far ahead, the drummer, the one also in a smoke with a traditional guitar. These are culture we have in Ghana, the south and the north. In the olden days in the south, You know, our forefathers used drums as means of communication. That we call talking drum. He was someone that believed in the diversity or unity in diversity. So bringing those cultures together to symbolize unity, that makes this country one. Now, this is the mausoleum, and the mausoleum has to do with his life and his works. And you know, at the beginning of his political career, he was talking about a political unification of Africa. And aside that, he also initiated a 7-year development plan, accelerated development plan for this country that saw some of the legacy that we can boast of today. For instance, the Volta River Dam. Maybe it would take his entire life to achieve more for that. But unfortunately, his government was ousted in 1966 in a military coup. Yeah, so that's a truncated vision or unfinished work. But when you bring it in this part of our world and you take a good look at it, it looks like a trunk of a tree. So it is like those trees when our farmers, after their hard day works, when they return, they sit under the tree. And we call it a gossip tree.
I guess I can relate.
Yeah, so after his hard day works, he's also resting under a tree. But the tree is truncated here just to show the disappointment in his achievement. And there is a black star on the building. Maybe from where the angle where we are standing, maybe you cannot see it, but we have it on all the 4 corners. And the black star, the same star we have on our flag, and it represents the hope of black people all over the world.
The hope of black people all over the world.
And the inspiration came from Dr. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And Dr. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, you know, he was this Jamaican intellectual who studied in the US, and he was one of the founding fathers of Pan-Africanism. And for Dr. Marcus Garvey, for him, he came up with this policy, repatriation, that to bring back all the blacks from the US back to reconcile with the mother continent. Yes, and the ship he wanted to use for that project was called Black Star Line. The inspiration actually came from there. But though he himself could not put his feet on the African soil, but when he died, there was the movement of the people from the diaspora coming to Africa. And, you know, already in 1946, his wife, Jack Amigave, was already here to reconcile with the continent. And 10 years later, the famous jazz musician, Louis Armstrong, also made a trip to reconcile with the continent. Now, the day our independence was declared, we had the presence of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was here. Jesse Jackson was here. And later we have C.R. James, who came from the Caribbeans. And we also have George Padmore, who came from West Indies. And we also have Maya Angelou from the US, who also stayed here for some time. In 1961, we have Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, who actually also came, settled here, died and buried in Ghana. And in 64, Muhammad Ali was here, Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael. Even when Nkrumah government was even overthrown, in the 70s, we have Winston Pickett, Stephen Wonder, who also made a trip. But now Stephen Wonder, he's a Ghanaian, because he celebrated his 74th anniversary in Ghana. And his Ghanaian citizens and his passport was granted to him by our current president. Yeah. So, the year that we received a massive return of our brothers and sisters from the diaspora was 2019. And that year, more than 300 brothers and sisters from the diaspora were granted Ghanaian citizenship, including the wife of the reggae legend, Bob Marley.
Whoa!
So
Bob Marley too.
The wife.
Okay, the wife of
the Bob Marley. Yeah, Rita Marley. Yeah. So that event that took place on this ground in 1957, where for the first time Nkrumah stood here and talked about African personality. You know, that event did not only strengthen our relationship with the diaspora, but also inspired the rest of the African continent, because Ghana became like a ground for the African freedom fighters. Some actually came and studied the Ghanaian case, the life of Nelson Mandela, Lumumba, Amilcar Cabral of Guinea-Bissau, and others also came and schooled in Ghana here. The life of the late Robert Mugabe, Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia, Kamuzu Banda of Malawi. And when they also moved back to their various countries, they sent the message. In their turn, they also became leaders as well. Yeah, so that's why 20 years after the death of our first president, the same ground has been converted to where his remains has been finally buried. So this is not just a mere ground where our first president is being buried, but also the ground of hope for African revolution.
African Revolution. Wow. Thank you very much for this.
Some of the trees we have on our lounges have been planted by dignitaries, both internal and external, and some presidents as well. So whenever they visit the site, they plant a tree before they leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a mango tree here planted by the former late president of South Africa, Mr. Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have other one planted by the former president of Cote d'Ivoire, Mr. Laurent Gbagbo. We also have a tree planted by the former late president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe. And we also have a tree planted by Sam Nujuma, the first president of Namibia. Now let's get into the mausoleum and see where our first president is being finally buried.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was even talking about his government being overthrown in a military coup. You know, he actually was not in Ghana. You know, he left the shore of this country on a peace mission in Vietnam. So on his way going, then he made a stopover in China. So that's when he was informed that some members from his army, supported by the police, outstage a coup at his back.
Yes.
For security reasons, he could not come back. He was exiled in Guinea. So he was in Guinea till so he was exiled in Guinea and he was there till 1971. He was taken ill. They took him to Romania for medical treatment, but unfortunately he died from prostate cancer at the age of 63. So his remains was flown back to Guinea, and over there the body was embalmed, and he was lying in the metal casket, and he was put on a public display. 3 months in Guinea. After 3 months, the remains was brought back to Ghana. At the time he died, his mother was then alive, and he was the only child and the only son for his mom. So the mother used to cry every blessed day that the remains should be brought back home. So eventually the remains was finally brought back, then conveyed to his hometown, kept over there close to 20 years. So after 20 years, that's when discussion came up strongly in Ghana that looking at the effort he has done for Ghana and being the father of the nation, it would be ideal to be given a befitting burial. The same time, this place was also established by our former late president, Jerry John Rawlings. So at the completion of this place, they went for the remains. It was brought down here. But unfortunately, the body started showing a sign of decomposition. So that's when they decided to bury him finally. So he was transferred from the original casket that kept his body for 20 years into a wooden one as tradition demand, and finally buried right over here.
Over here. Oh my God.
So in all, we said he's been buried 3 times, and this place is the third and the final resting place.
Rest in peace
of Dr.
May he so continue to rest in peace.
Amen.
Hey.
Amen. Now, due to his passion at promoting unity for Africa, he married to an Egyptian woman, and his marriage was politically arranged by the then president of Egypt, Dr. Gamal Abdel Nasser. So in 2007, the wife was also sick whilst she was in Egypt, but her last will on her sick bed was to be buried close to the husband. Eventually she died in Egypt, but her remains was brought and buried right over here.
Wow. Oh, okay. Oh. Kwame Nkurumah. Fatia.
So, in all, Dr. Kwame Nkurumah had 4 children, and 3 from the marriage. But already he had his eldest son before marriage, and his eldest son used to be one of the leading pediatricians we have in Ghana, but he died and buried about 4 months ago, and he died at the age of 89 years. And so the first son from the marriage, he is in Egypt currently as a news editor or a political analyst. His daughter, she is involved in politics in Ghana, and the youngest son, he is currently in the US. Teaching. So the monument was actually designed by a Ghanaian architect called Dr. Don Atta. The work was done by the work was done by the Chinese with Italian marble.
Oh, wow! This is beautiful. Wow.
So we'll now go to another place where over there that you can also do the video. And because we have some places also that the pictures are not allowed. So for instance, the museum and also the audiovisual gallery. But when we get to the top over there, we can come out and you can do another set of video and so we'll go to that place. And then we'll talk about that place. Then later we'll come to the audiovisual gallery. So when we get to the top over there, we'll come out and you can also do another set of video.
So but we can do video there.
Yes. So let's go there.
Does this have any significance?
It's like they said for wedding, for those who want to take pictures, maybe wedding pictures, they can also come here. So they are just trying to do this. Well, so,
I get it. I get it.
So lovers, so lovers,
bridal pictures and things like that. I get it.
Yeah, so let's come this way. This is the Freedom Wall.
Okay.
And the Freedom Wall, with the various faces of our first president. You know, just to tell you that he was also a human.
Yes.
Yeah, like, so these are the emotions. And so he was a human like us.
Yes.
Then he also went through the same mood that we go through on our daily
life.
Yeah. So look at Nkrumah's face at the time of independence, laughing hard, and then smiling normal face. Then you realize that the last two were full with frustration and depression.
Oh, wow.
So every situation that you find yourself in this life is never permanent. Yeah. So and also, you know, such is life. In life, you climb.
Yes.
Yeah, you climb. It's like a ladder. You climb.
See,
to the top,
face started
then,
changing.
Yeah. So then you definitely go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Wow. You can see the faces.
And we also have one of his famous quotes: "I am not an African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born, but it is Africa was born in me." Yeah. So with the black star.
The black star. This black star, what do you explain again?
The hope of black people all over the world.
Of black people all over the world. Wow. Including me. So this is the meaning of black star.
The black star, yeah.
I never knew. In Ghana flag, that black star stays.
Yeah.
Guys, you see, it's good to move around. You see what I didn't know before. Wow. So this is the meaning of this black star.
Yeah, that's the meaning.
Why did they make everywhere beautiful like this? Why?
So that people can
to attract people to come, right?
Because when it looks nice, definitely
people will to attract people to come.
Yeah, to come.
Because looking at the whole place is very beautiful. Apart from the history behind the park, at least the beauty alone says it all too. Says a lot. Wow.
So, you know, after being overthrown from Ghana, he was vilified and castigated. And so he was even declared as a persona non grata. Yes, in this country. So his personal belongings were either loot, burned, or vandalized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this broken statue that we are seeing here, these are some of the effects of the military coup that ousted the government in 1966.
Whoa.
You know, fast forward, the statue actually was erected when he was alive.
Yes.
And the statue used to be in front of the old Parliament House, the building just across the street.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is during the coup that the statue was vandalized by the angry mob. So the statue's head was gone, arm, fingers, and part of leg.
Oh.
Yeah, so the body of the statue was also even left abandoned, but it was retrieved 9 years later after the coup by the Museum and the Monument Board of Ghana. And it was placed at the National Museum. Of course, it is their property, but in 2007, it was on loan to the park here. So that's why it was left in that state. But somewhere in 2009, the head of this statue, which was also missing for almost 43 years, was also found.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was under the custody
of
a patriotic citizens who was the keeping it. And then later, when she realized that the memory of the man has been restored, she also turned it down. So that's why you can see that the head was separated
from the
body. Okay, so now from here we'll be going through the audiovisual gallery. Okay. And like I said earlier on, that pictures are not allowed to be taken in there. Okay. Now, the audiovisual gallery actually talks about the struggle of Ghana's independence. Okay. And you know that any country in the world that went through struggle before independence, the journey. Is that the pictures here? Oh no, these are symbols. These are, we call them Adinkra symbols. Okay. And the Adinkra symbols actually were the symbol used by our forefathers to express their emotion.
These are the symbols.
Yeah, these are the Adinkra symbols, and each one with its meaning. Yeah.
Jinami, which one is Jinami?
This is the Jinami, which means that show the omnipresence of God.
This is the Jinami.
Yeah, Jinami, and that's the omni. Signify the omnipresence of God, except God.
Except God.
Without God, nothing.
Nothing.
Yes, and we also have the symbol of humility. And we also have the symbol of this symbol actually was invented during the year of return.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each and every one with its meaning. Yeah. So maybe when we get to the other side, we will also see some more of these symbols. And you know, this is a symbol of Sankofa. Sankofa. Sankofa means.
Is this one?
Yes, this one. That you should go back to your roots.
Roots.
Yeah, that you should learn from the past. You shouldn't repeat the same mistake you made in the past. Yeah.
We were talking about what we can see inside.
Yeah. So now the shape of the of the tunnel actually you know, symbolizes the struggle of Ghana's independence. Okay. And you know, any country in the world that went through struggle before independence, the journey was never a smooth one. So you know, Ghana can never be an exception. Yes. Our forefathers sacrificed their life in order for us to have our freedom. Okay. Yes. So when we open the door, you realize that it marks our humble beginning and also the dark moment in the history of this country. So that's why inside is painted black to signify those moments. Okay. Now, the most important stage in the history of this country, it is when he stood on this ground and made the first Ghana's independence speech. Oh. Yes, so life is like a ladder. You climb it. When you get to the top, it becomes the most prestigious stage. Yes, so Nkrumah climbed. But the question is, was he able to remain at the top over there? No. His government, all the sacrifices that he made, the military coup in 1966 actually swept everything away. So that's why you realize that we climbed the ladder, then later it went down again. But you know, such is life. Yes.
Okay, we are going to see the ladder.
We will go. We are going to see.
Okay. And the pictures are not allowed.
Are not allowed.
Hey. Guys, you missed this one. No, we are not going with the video. We are just showing the building. So we want to enter now, but we will not video, we will not take picture here. So he has already explained to you what we can find inside there.
So you can see that we also have some of the Adinkra symbols here
as well. And we just came out from the
audiovisual gallery.
Yeah, where camera cannot go. So that is where we are now. Okay.
Yeah. So we have some of the Adinkra symbols that we have. The symbol of the universe. Okay. And symbol of humility. And here, this is another strong symbol of Adinkra symbol that also show the presence of God. Okay. Yeah, we said that when God dies, I may die. Yeah. But you know, there is a supremacy that God can never die. Yes, so that's the supremacy of God. Okay. The symbol of supremacy and the symbol of endurance. Okay. Yeah, and there are 4 crocodiles with 1 stomach.
Okay, with 1 stomach.
Yes. So when they all eat, it goes into the same stomach. But they always fight over the food. So that's the symbol of unity in diversity.
Oh, I see. This one right here.
Yeah, the one with like a lizard.
Ah, okay,
yeah.
okay, that one.
Yeah,
okay, this one.
That's the crocodile, the four
Okay.
crocodile.
So that's one stomach.
Yeah. So they have one
It's
stomach.
river unity.
Yeah, so that's unity in diversity. And the comb, that's beauty.
Yeah, okay, beauty, yeah, because you use comb to beautify yourself. So you can now see. Okay, this is a black star.
Yeah, that's the black star that I was talking about. And once we get in again, maybe it will cease. You will be ceased to take pictures.
Take picture. Okay.
Yeah. So
guys, let's stop the picture now as we want to go inside there. You get. So he was saying something.
Yeah. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of the Federal State of Nigeria.
Nigeria.
You know, when he returned from Lincoln, straight he came to the then Gold Coast, the present Ghana.
Okay.
But he actually advised Dr. Kwame Nkurumah to go to Lincoln University.
Oh, really?
His education.
Nnamdi Azikiwe,
so
Nigerian president then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So also happens to be one of his mentors. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe actually was here before struggling for Nigeria's independence. Yeah, so what actually took place in this ground in 1959 actually inspired so many Africans to take their own destiny in their own hand, because this is some of the things that Nkrumah said, that the independence of Ghana, it is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. He said a black man given the same opportunity will also demonstrate to the whole world that he is capable of managing his own affairs.
Oh, this is in fact. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey! Oh my God, you guys, my people, I have learned a lot today. It's good to go move out.
Yeah. So we also have the symbols of his ideas on the wall.
Okay.
And at the head of the entrance, we have 3 different heads, overshadowed by the eagle. And the ambience of those 3 different heads, they are in the mood of dialogue. Yeah. It is in dialogue that we comes with sharings of ideas, wisdom, and building of consensus. So we also have a typical adage in the Ghanaian language that says 2 heads are better than one.
Than one, yes.
So it's all about the unity of Africa that Nkrumah was advocating for. And the eagle is a strong bird that represents power. Okay. So if Africa is united, Africa will also represent a strong force.
A strong force
in the whole world.
Oh.
So from the far left, the king holding a sword. Sword represents political or traditional rulership in the southern part of Ghana.
Yes.
When a sword is being raised like this, that means you are telling the whole world that you have power.
Wow.
But when it is turned upside down, that means you surrender.
Okay.
And that means you are in for peace.
In for peace.
Yes. So that's why when you take a good look at the edges of the monument, this monument, so when you take a good look at the edges, it looks like a machete which is turned upside down. So that means it tells you that Nkrumah stands for peace. And he was saying that we should all bury our hitches and live together.
Wow.
Now, on the other hand, the Queen Mother with the linguist staff and egg in her palm. Egg is a substance which is very delicate.
Yes.
If it is not handled with care and slip through your fingers, it's something that you can never recover.
Yes.
So they are representing egg as a political power in Africa. How power is so precious and fragile. And when you have the power and you are not able to protect it and slip through your fingers, it's something you can never recover. Yeah. So, for instance, his government was ousted upon all the attempts to gain the power back fruitless.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the Queen Mother was just cautioning the king That as a king, you don't need to suppress your people.
Okay.
You don't also need to give them much freedom, but you need to balance
the whole thing.
And we also have come this way, we also have the two linguists with the linguist staff and the Sankofa bed, which is the symbol of go back to your roots.
Which one?
The two linguists with the linguist staff and the bed looking behind. That's the Sankofa bed.
Okay, this one?
Yeah, so this is the Sankofa bed.
This one now?
Yeah, this one. This is the Sankofa bed.
Okay.
And which means go back to your roots.
To your roots.
We should learn from the past. We shouldn't repeat the same mistake we've made in the past. We also have another two linguists here with the linguist staff, with the crossbow. Already we have seen that symbol. That tells you about the omnipresence of God. So that means when God dies, I may die. But there is a supremacy that God can never die. Now, Nkrumah, being the prophet of Africa, though he's dead, but his deed still lives.
It lives, yeah. Oh.
The calabash, the hieroglyph. You know, we all believe that all of us, our origin is from Egypt.
Okay.
Yes, and the hieroglyph, you know, they were blacks from the ancient Egypt. And Nkrumah also married from the modern Egypt.
Okay.
Yes. So you can see the Sudanese styles building. So these are all the diversity of culture that we have on the continent. So as an African, though we come from different backgrounds, with different color of skin, with different languages, we are still one race. That's why you want all of us to be under one continental union government.
Okay.
And he said, Africa must unite. It is not an opportunity, but it is an historical duty.
Interesting. Africa must unite.
So we'll be entering the museum, and that place as well. Pictures are not allowed. Yeah.
Okay. We just came out from the museum. So you may be wondering, why is the reason why they don't allow camera and pictures? For me, the way I understand it is that maybe it's because for people to come by themselves.
Yes.
You get because if video should be showing everything, what's the need of you coming? You will not see the need of coming here again. You get what I saw inside was amazing. Was more than what I saw outside. So you need to come and use your eyes. That's why they say don't video. Come and see by yourself, because what I saw inside is more than what is the outside. You get so you need to come and benefit by yourself also, just as the way I have benefited. You get. In fact, let me thank you very well. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really appreciate for this tour. In fact, this is so amazing, guys. What can you say? Let's know in the comment section what you think. And also don't forget, anytime if you are in abroad, you are in the US, anywhere you are watching this video from, anytime you come home, come back to Africa, come to this place. Come to this place. There are a lot inside there. And don't forget to contact him. Do you have any handle?
Yes. Okay. I can give you my number out.
Okay.
My number is +2 33 and 26 41 0270. Mohammed. That's my WhatsApp, and I'm also on Facebook. Mohammed Igan. So
Mohammed what?
Igan. YIGAN.
Okay. So guys, contact him, follow him on Facebook, WhatsApp. If you are in Africa, just WhatsApp him. He'll take you, like he'll take charge of you. You get. So as you are coming down from December this year, in fact, here should be your first point where your legs should supposed to land first. what I have learned today. Hey, if I had stayed at home, I wouldn't have learned anything. Known, especially this. The one that impressed me the most is the Black Star. I've been seeing this. I don't know what they mean. Like the black thing in the Ghana flag you get. I was thinking that, oh, maybe it's design, Not knowing that it has a meaning. It has a meaning, which is
The hope of black people.
Of all black people in the whole world. If you're black out there, this is your hope here. This is the hope of all black here. Black Star. Oh my God. Sir Mohammed, thank you so much.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
God bless you. God bless you. Don't forget my host here. He's here. Have you done your video? I thought you were doing.
No. I was just taking pictures. I was just waiting for you to finish what you are doing.
All right. He's one.
It's your day.
It's my last day. He's one taking me around the whole Accra, Ghana. Like he posted me everything. Oh my God, guys! Please, one word for him in the comment section. And another thing he wants you to do is to go to his channel.
That is it.
Go to his channel, guys.
That is it.
Subscribe there. Turn your notification bell on because he has a lot of videos there.
My Nigerian friends, well, Kwaminat TV is promoting Africa. My Nigerian friends, I'm coming there soon. So start subscribing to Kwaminat TV. And I'm going to promote the whole Nigerian farmers.
Wow.
We expose them, We have to expose whatever we do here in Africa. That is our problem. We showcase what you do and we consume what we produce. So keep watching Kwaminat TV, like, subscribe, and share. And guys, leave comments in Sunny Media. He has been a very good younger brother. Yeah.
You are the more. You are the
guys,
great father. Guys, look at the name here. In case you don't know how to spell it, I'll still write it on my screen, on the screen. Please guys, go and subscribe. And also don't forget our brother here.
Mr. Mohammed has been just like a cousin to me.
Okay.
I mean, we know ourselves. It's gone long way. I cannot mention. It's very long. And those days when I even come with my family and I come with those Oyibos, it's Mr. Mohammed that take us around. Yeah.
Wow.
And we live close at that time. Now it's time-wise, we separate a bit, but he's still here. Mohammed is here. Anytime you come to this place, Kwame Nkurumah Museum, when you come here, he's there waiting for you. Whatever he say when he's talking, just watch the video and see the way he explains things to you. I'm not going to say much, just watch the video and leave comments.
Yeah.
Say something about him.
Yes.
Keep watching Sunny Media.
Yes, I'm Kwaminat TV.
Okay.
So guys, thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. See you next time.